In a small town surrounded by dusty roads and quiet fields lived a young boy named Daniel. Daniel was not the smartest student in school, he was not the fastest runner in sports, and he was definitely not the most confident person in the room. Most people barely noticed him, but inside Daniel's mind, there was a constant storm of thoughts. Every morning when he woke up, the same voice whispered inside his head, "You're not good enough. You're going to fail. Other people are better than you." At first, Daniel believed those thoughts were simply the truth. After all, life had never given him many reasons to think otherwise. His classmates often laughed when he gave the wrong answers. Teachers sometimes sighed when he struggled to understand simple lessons. Even some relatives compared him to other children. "Look at your cousin," they would say. "He's already winning awards." Daniel would quietly lower his head and say nothing, because deep inside, he believed them. He believed he was ordinary, maybe even less than ordinary. Chapter 2. The Day Everything Felt Impossible. One cold Monday morning, Daniel walked slowly toward school. His backpack felt heavier than usual, not because of books, but because of fear. Today was presentation day. Every student had to stand in front of the class and speak for 5 minutes about their dreams. Daniel had spent the entire weekend worrying. What if he forgot his words? What if people laughed? What if he embarrassed himself? As he entered the classroom, he saw his classmates talking confidently. Some were excited, some were joking. Daniel quietly walked to a seat near the back of the room. His hands were shaking. The teacher, Mrs. Anderson, walked in with a clipboard. "Today," she said with a smile, "each of you will share your dreams with the class." Daniel's heart began pounding. One by one, students walked to the front. "I want to become a doctor. I want to build a technology company. I want to travel the world." Everyone clapped after each speech. Finally, Mrs. Anderson looked at her list. "Daniel," she said gently, "it's your turn." Daniel slowly stood up. His legs felt weak. The room suddenly felt much quieter. He walked to the front and looked at the class. Dozens of eyes stared back at him. His mind went blank. He opened his mouth to speak, but no words came out. Someone in the back giggled. Another student whispered something. Daniel felt his face turning red. His heart sank. I'm sorry," he muttered. Then he rushed back to his seat. The laughter grew louder. At that moment, Daniel felt something break inside him. Maybe those voices in his mind were right. Maybe he really wasn't meant to succeed. Maybe he should stop dreaming. Chapter 3. The Unexpected Conversation. After school ended, Daniel stayed behind to collect his books. He hoped to leave quietly before anyone spoke to him, but as he walked toward the door, he heard a voice behind him. "Daniel." It was Mrs. Anderson. He turned slowly. "Yes, ma'am?" She walked closer with a calm expression. "I noticed something today," she said. Daniel looked down. "I know. I messed up." Mrs. Anderson shook her head. "No," she said softly. "You didn't mess up. You just stopped believing in yourself." Daniel frowned slightly. "But I'm not good at speaking," he said. "I'm not confident like everyone else." Mrs. Anderson smiled gently. "Confidence doesn't come first, Daniel. Belief does." Daniel looked confused. "What do you mean?" She leaned against a desk. "Every successful person you admire once felt exactly the way you do. They were scared, they doubted themselves, but they made one important decision. They chose to believe in their potential, even before they saw proof." Daniel had never thought about it that way. "What if I try and still fail?" he asked quietly. Mrs. Anderson looked directly at him. "Then you try again, and again, and again. Because success doesn't belong to the most talented. It belongs to the people who refuse to quit. For the first time that day, Daniel felt a small spark inside his chest. Maybe, just maybe, he wasn't as hopeless as he thought.